And hello again, everybody. It's Sam Walker with the WOBX Podcast. Get to break down the top stories of the day from the Greater Outer Banks, along with some other features you'll find informative, insightful, and even entertaining. Something we're launching here with you on our social media channels. So glad you are along with us. Christmas being on a Monday, it kind of feels like a longer holiday than usual. So with all the hustle and bustle, it can be easy to have missed out on some of what's happened over the last couple of days or even week or so. So we wanted to get you kind of caught up around that, and that's what we're going to bring you on this edition of the WOBX Podcast. Well, first off, town of Duck, a lot of work going on up there on Highway 12 between Sunset Grill and the old Resort Realty building, and that's for that shoreline project they've got going on, the Living Shoreline and Resiliency Project along Highway 12. Some big news coming out there. They are going to be transitioning to a 24-hour, 5-day-a-week schedule starting in January. And that was after being delayed for a year. The work began this fall in upgrading protection of Duck Road from flooding by Currituck Sound along the north end of Duck between Dune Road and Barrier Island Station. Work to build near-shore seals in the water. That's what you see those workers out there working on there with those pilings and the sheet pile they put out there. That is to help reduce that wave energy and protect the wetlands that are right behind it, and, right up along the roadside. Then you've got the work that's going on behind that. They've put some bigger rocks in, things like that, to help better protect the roadbed from damage there of Highway 12 and Duck Road. Now, next up is the raising of the roadbed between Sunset Grill and the old Resort Realty building. There's new stormwater protection measures are going to be put in, and they're going to add sidewalks and bike lanes on both sides. They already got a sidewalk bike lane on one side, on the east side, but and a bike lane on the west side. But they're really going to widen it out and add another sidewalk that'll prevent people from having to cross Highway 12 back and forth there in that Barrier Island Station area. Crews from Fred Smith Company, that's the same company that's been doing the Collington Road project over the last couple of year or so. They're going to start working Sunday night to Friday night on a 24-hour schedule. That's going to start after January 1st, and that's to help speed things up because if they don't, they're not going to be able to get the work done in time before May when traffic gets really crazy out there in Duck. All right, 3 communities on the Outer Banks and 3 on the mainland among the top 50 in North Carolina for the fastest increases in home prices in November when compared to 1 year ago. Shiloh, that's down in southern Camden County, ranked 50th. Their typical home value of $308,763 in November was up 7.5%. Corolla ranked 48th in the state in November. Typical price of $905,000. The growth is how these are rated, by the way, 2.5% increase there in Corolla, and they are up 69.4% from 5 years ago. Coming in at 39th is Point Harbor in the southern tip of Currituck County, valued at $437,794. That's up $22,709, 5.5% increase. Like I said, percentages are actually ranked by the actual dollar amount they've increased from the previous November. Camden County seat of Camden, that was 37th, coming up $22,836. Southern Shores ranked 8th fastest growth at $32,000 increase in home value between last November and this November. And Ocracoke was 7th, ranking at $32,739. The average home value has increased in Ocracoke in the past year. Well, it's the final weekend of Corolla Christmas Village. Hope you've got out there. If you haven't, well, this is it. Friday and Saturday night in Corolla. You want to get out there and enjoy things because it wraps up this weekend, Friday night and Saturday night. This is really just such a great event. It's presented by Twitty & Company and Currituck Outer Banks. Step into a winter wonderland in historic Corolla Village. Experience the magic of sparkling lights, winter delights, and enchanting holiday sights. Enjoy good food selections from Steamer's Restaurant and Catering and tasty treats. Great local shopping, too. Friday and Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Now, there's free skating going on. That's over at Corolla Historic Park. First time they've had that this season. Been really well attended and really well received. Special hours on Thursday, noon to 6. Friday and Saturday, 2 to 9. And then wraps up New Year's Eve on Sunday from noon until 6. That's the skating that's going on. Again, the Corolla Christmas Village Friday and Saturday evening, 5 to 8, final weekend to check that out. Now, for a 10th year in a row, Norfolk International Airport has set a new monthly record for the number of passengers that have flown through the closest international airport to the Greater Outer Banks. ORF reporting a 6.2% increase in passenger activity for the month of November. 384,763 folks flying through there as compared to 331,000 last November. And overall for the year, up 10%. In fact, it's, again, the 10th month in a row that the number of passengers increased for the month. They are 10% of the head for the year with 4.1 million passengers so far through November. And obviously December will probably set a similar record with the amount of folks flying through for the holidays. 2 state-funded businesses that manage behavioral health services for low-income residents say they're going to be consolidating to create a single organization to serve 46 counties across eastern North Carolina. Jamie Baxley for North Carolina Health News has a story about Trillium Health Resources taking control of East Point Human Services. That agreement was signed back on December the 16th. And, of course, find out all the details at WOBX.com. We got a link up there for that story for you right now. Now, along with East Point and Trillium, they're part of a network of 6 local management entities that operated as managed care organizations. The network oversees the treatment of patients, and a third organization, the Sandhill Center, is going to dissolve in connection with this consolidation, leaving with North Carolina with just 4 of these agencies that are focused on providing mental health care in North Carolina. Some of the other stories that we've been following, well, of course, wrapping up 2010, why not do a list of stories for the year, the top 10 stories, our top 10 most read stories this year. Restaurants getting high ranks, changing hands, or closing altogether. Visits from a viral music sensation and stars from college basketball. Disruption of the main link from the Mid-Atlantic to the Greater Outer Banks. Those are just some of the big stories we had this year at WOBX.com. Now, of course, we also had a lot of stories that came from our mission statement of covering the business news of the Outer Banks, the Greater Outer Banks. Some of those stories included the long-awaited opening of Target in Kittleable Hills, the first Royal Farms in North Carolina that opened in Grandy, groundbreaking for the state's first Wawa, and they are really progressing well out there in Kittleable Hills on that, right across the street from Target. They're going to expand into Elizabeth City as well. They've already got the site prep there at the corner of Eringhouse and Hughes Boulevard, Halstead Boulevard. And we got Five Below came to town in both Elizabeth City and Southern Shores. Plus, we got all these other local businesses been celebrating grand openings and ribbon cuttings and such throughout the year as well. Plus, we rolled out a pair of series on how a variety of Greater Outer Banks entrepreneurs have found success, and another about the many organizations that are building and shaping our community. And while stories on dining across the Greater Outer Banks had the most entries in our top 10, there are a number of others that made news with new owners or new concept or new locations. So our top 10, number 10 was the Wright Brothers Day Storm just over a week and a half ago with all that rain, wind, and overwash. Number 9 is a story we got from our friends over at the Outer Banks Visitors Bureau featuring some of the historical spots along the Outer Banks you may not know about. And number 8 was the site that is now going to be the Wawa in Elizabeth City, all the rumors and stuff that were circulating back in the summer. The restaurant that was there that closed, we've got that story ranked as number 8 on our top 10. So check out our top 10 right now at WOBX.com. Now that Christmas Day is come and gone, well, Division of Coastal Management got some advice on what to do with that Christmas tree that you're ready to get rid of. They've got advice for not only property owners and organizations at towns that plan to accept natural Christmas trees for use in dune restoration. A couple of notes that can be used as a substitute for traditional sand fencing, but decorations got to come off, the lights, all that stuff, and they have to be placed in a manner that the state requires for sand fencing. Local businesses and organizations, even some groups out of the area, will be collecting those trees in the coming days and weeks, so stay tuned for details. We'll let you know when we hear about them, or drop us a comment, direct message, or email us, or even tag us, and when we can let everyone know if you see something all about what's going on, and hey, somewhere where those trees may be going. WOBX Weather Center forecast. Well, we had a few showers to start the day on Tuesday, and kind of stayed partly cloudy, mostly cloudy skies, as you see through the day. Showers redeveloping Tuesday night into the day Wednesday. So wet one Wednesday with highs around 58. Southeast winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday night, showers ending cloudy, a low 50. Thursday, cloudy and 57. Friday, maybe some showers with another front coming through and then clearing out. Highs would hit 56. Saturday and Sunday look sunny, breezy, and highs barely reaching 50. New Year's Eve, Midnight Magic and Mania is going to be dry, clear skies. Lows will get down to 40 after midnight on New Year's Day, then sunny and a high of 50 degrees. And that's going to do it for the WOBX podcast. I'm Sam Walker.